What's up, you guys? This is Perry the Entertainer back again for another video, and in this video, I'm going to be covering everything that happened at last night's Elimination Chamber 2013 pay-per-view. All sorts of good action here, but let's not waste any more time. The first match of the night, the World Heavyweight Championship, Alberto Del Rio defended his World Heavyweight Championship against The Big Show. It wasn't a bad match at all. If you look at this match, excuse me, and compare it to the matches that they had on Smackdown and at the Royal Rumble, this match definitely overshadows a lot of them. If you take out the last man standing stipulation, then that's when business can really start picking up and everything. But your winner, Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio actually makes the Big Show tap out because they hyped it all throughout the night and throughout the week about how Alberto Del Rio has not made Big Show tap out or has ever pinned him. So they're trying to stack the deck against Del Rio, and I guess this is exactly how they did it. Excuse me. There was a point in the match where it looked like Big Show knocked Ricardo Rodriguez off of the apron. He picked up the bucket and held it up to his head, leading Del Rio to come kick it. Del Rio ended up actually botching the enziguri and had to end up doing it over again. I thought that kind of slowed the match down a little bit more than it was supposed to, but nonetheless, I thought it was still one of their. I think it still is their best match they've had. It got the night started off on a great note. And your winner, like I said, Alberto Del Rio, he is going to WrestleMania and defending against whoever wins the Elimination Chamber later tonight. By the way, I didn't watch a lot of the YouTube pre-show. I know Tensai Brodus Clay won. I don't exactly know a lot about what happened towards it. I know I caught the very end of it, so I'm not going to exactly review what happened in that match. But when it comes to the World Championship, it got the night started off on a great note, so I'm going to actually name it a 3.25 out of 5 stars. I thought it was actually a very good match. They have great chemistry in the ring, actually. You wouldn't necessarily think that between, a big guy and then a kind of a technical wrestler, kind of a Rey Mysterio. And speaking of Rey Mysterio, he started doing some Rey Mysterio-type moves like the seated sentons and one big hurricanrana towards the beginning of the match. It was a great match. If you guys haven't checked it out, please, by all means, if you want to see a good 2013 World Heavyweight Championship match, I think this is exactly the one for you. I mean, I know 2 pay-per-views in the new year doesn't exactly say a lot, but whatever. The next match of the night was the United States Championship match was on the line. The United States Championship match was on. The United States title was on the line. Antonio Cesaro defending against my boy The Miz. I felt that this. Excuse me, I don't know why I can't talk today. I feel that this match should not have happened on this pay-per-view. I felt that it didn't egg on into, what was going on through the entire night. Not a lot of back and forth action going on along. Antonio Cesaro ends up getting the win with the disqualification. I missed a lot of it because I didn't pay attention to half of it. So, excuse me. Then that was about it. Then Miz just beats him up at the end of the match. It's like, what was the point in having it then? Have it on Raw or something. Even though I know having the Miz is probably going to win the United States Championship sometime between here and Extreme Rules. I'll give him that big vicinity there. So, it was an okay match. I kind of expected a little bit more from Antonio Cesaro because, hey, this guy can wrestle. This guy does have. This guy shouldn't even be in this picture right now. He's been around for a year. Give him the Brock Lesnar treatment. Take him to the world title picture. Do it that way. I mean, honestly, I'm sure I'm not the only one that wants to see that. So, with all that aside, it was an okay match. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was mediocre at best. I felt that it should have been on Raw than on the pay-per-view, taking up a lot of the night. Next match of the night, I believe, was the Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton, Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan, Kane, not Big Show, excuse me. Hold on, I'm doing this all off the memory. Kane, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Chris Jericho. That's who it was. And to be honest, I was actually looking forward to this match the entire night. I had a feeling, and I had a gut feeling, that they were going to go the route of having Randy Orton end up getting the victory and have Randy Orton Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, end up turning Orton into the process, and maybe, if you want to, have Del Rio retain the title, even though I wouldn't exactly want to see that because we have not seen a World Championship change hands. I mean, legit, logically, you know, a championship than what 2000 WrestleMania 25. 2000. I don't even count WrestleMania 28. That 19-second shit. I don't count that. I think the last time we actually had a world championship change hands between two legit contenders, or in this case three, was probably John Cena, Edge, and Big Show at WrestleMania 25. Um, but I thought this was a great match, actually. I mean, I think this is probably one of the best chamber matches I've seen since, I mean, obviously the inaugural one at Survivor Series 2002. They kept bringing up all the facts and everything. Triple H has competed in the most, or he's won the most, excuse me. Jericho's been in the most. Jericho even won one himself. Shawn Michaels was the first one to ever win it. They kept bringing up all these facts, which was pretty cool because it did make the chamber feel like, this big thing, that it was supposed to, it was supposed to, you know, take effect in this match. It was supposed to, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of a word and it's not coming out. It's making it feel like, this is anybody's game here because, they're giving up all these facts. They're making the chamber sound really good. So, we started off with Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho, so a little reminisce of what happened on Monday Night Raw, where Jericho ended up beating Daniel Bryan to get into the chamber itself. And like they said, like approximately every 4 minutes or something, we had a little back and forth little thing with Team Hell No. Kane and Daniel Bryan ended up just basically breaking up in the thing. Maybe not exactly breaking up, but like temporarily breaking up. And, they went their separate ways. They started beating up on each other. And, that's when that started happening. Then Swagger came in. Swagger started using his amateur wrestling background and all that sort of stuff. And to be quite honest with you guys, well, actually, I'll get to it at the end of this match because I feel it'll make more sense if I do wait till the end of the match. Then, logically, Randy Orton came out, started clearing house, just like he always does. And then last but certainly not least, Mark Henry. I honestly hated having Mark Henry in this match, and I'll get to why in just a second. within the vicinity of about 2 to 4 minutes, Mark Henry ends up eliminating the tag team champions, both of them, Kane and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan first, and then about 2-3 minutes later, catching Kane from doing his clothesline, caught him in midair and hit him with the world's strongest slam. I thought that was a great moment of the night, and like I said, he eliminated both Team Hell No in about 2 to 4 minutes, so shows that. And then the next man to be eliminated, well, I'll get to that in a second too. There was a nice moment in the match where Mark Henry, on his path of destruction and everything, takes Randy Orton, throws him into the glass panel, one of the glass panels in the chamber. I thought that was a great moment, but it didn't last very long because then later on, Jericho hit his code breaker on him, started staggering him, and then Orton ends up, Super Orton comes in the ring, RKO's Mark Henry, covers 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry's the third man eliminated in this Elimination Chamber match. I felt that sucked because it's like, oh yeah, Mark Henry's on this big path to destruction, but he gets eliminated third in the freaking chamber. Come on, you couldn't at least have him come in the last 3. I mean, I know you got to try and make stars out of people like Orton and people exactly like Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho does deserve this treatment. He shouldn't even be not jobbing, but he shouldn't be fighting for a World Heavyweight Championship match. I feel this guy should already have been world champion, but with his on and off type of deal, then that's why I can see. If you can't see a little bit, I'm actually watching First Take, so I had no school today. So, but after that, then Randy Orton ends up hitting RKO on Chris Jericho, covering him 1, 2, 3, and then about 5-10 seconds later, here comes Jack Swagger rolling up. Randy Orton gets the 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger is going to the WrestleMania to take on Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yep, let that sink in for a little while. Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship in MetLife Stadium, or some people just say New York. Yep. one of the biggest wrestling crowds they'll have, besides if they ever have it in MSG again, which is totally disrespectful because they're having it in the Superdome next year. Sorry to ruin WWE special announcement. I'm sure they're doing it right now anyway. So, WrestleMania 30 is going to be held in the Superdome, the same, ironically, the same dome that hosted the Super Bowl this year. So, let's hope the lights don't go out. But anyway, I swear the Superdome's going to go down like that for the rest of its existence. That's just how it's going to be remembered: is the dome that had the lights go out during the Super Bowl. So and delayed the Super Bowl for about 34 minutes. So, Swagger winning though, I didn't see it coming, and I'm not going to bitch about it because a lot of people are bitching about it, saying, "Oh, Swagger's not gonna, Swagger's not that contender and all that sort of stuff." I completely agree with you guys. I know where you're coming from, and I don't want to give this match a chance because you guys know how I feel about Swagger. Well, my opinion on Swagger's slowly starting to change. I still am not a big fan of him, but this Zeb Coulter guy, I think I might start getting behind him. He's pretty cool. This We the People thing. Apparently, they're having a State of the Union address or something for President's Day tonight. I definitely can be looking forward to something like that because. But Swagger winning wasn't that bad. I really didn't hate it. I felt that Orton was just going to kick out and hit him with a quick RKO and get the win. That's what I thought was going to happen. And, think about it, considering how many faces kind of won tonight. Then that might be why. I mean, Swagger might be just this big heel that WWE's going to be trying building up. So, props to Jack Swagger and everything, but I don't think WrestleMania is going to be putting any butts in chairs if that's going to be the World Heavyweight Championship match. I mean, last year's with that 18-second crap with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, people were actually expecting a good match out of that, but only for it to last 18 seconds. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? Are you guys looking forward to the WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship match? Let me know what you guys have to say down in the comment section below, and we'll move on to the six-man tag team match, the PG Police, as I call them, Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus taking on The Shield. Don't let this match fool you guys. I felt that this match was going to be a squash match. Oh, by the way, for the Chamber, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. 3.75 then. 3.75 because I'm going to lower it just because of the winner. I didn't feel it. But don't let this match fool you guys, though. I thought it was going to be a squash match. I thought I thought The Shield was not going to be getting any offense or anything in this match. Or, for the sake of, possibility, have a new guy come in with The Shield and, beat up Ryback or something, give Ryback something to do. But if I sat here and told you guys that The Shield defeated the 3 top guys in the company, would you guys believe me or would you guys just dislike the video? No, because it happened. Yes, Roman Reigns ended up spearing Ryback during he went to go for the shell shock on Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns ended up spearing Ryback enough force for having Seth Rollins actually fall on Ryback to get the cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, The Shield. The Shield gets the win against the PG Police, and I'm actually surprised because I was surprised that they're going to have John Cena. Well, I know John Cena didn't lose, but he was a part of the losing team, so I say he lost. They're going to have him lose right before WrestleMania to face whoever the WWE champion is, who we all already know. We all already knew ahead of time, so whatever. It was actually a good match. I mean, I thought that The Shield had a lot of chemistry with maybe not Cena as much, but they had a lot of chemistry with Ryback. I do like The Shield and their whole thing with, the technical wrestlers and everything like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, who have already had backgrounds in wrestling, and then Roman Reigns using his, he speared Sheamus through one of the barricades, and you could tell this guy's a football player. You guys can tell he was in the Canadian Football League. But all in all, a very good match. If you guys didn't check this out, the Shield is undefeated, by the way. Shield is undefeated 2-0. But if you guys do want to check this match out, by all means, try and find it. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it right now, but I'm sure you guys will be able to find it sometime down the road when they release a DVD, and some people are end up going to burn it on their computers and upload it on YouTube and all that sort of jazz. But it was a pretty good match, though. I definitely I probably might be overrating it because a lot of people probably, well, I actually might be underrating it because a lot of people in the IWC, YWC, they're in love with people like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And I just like the Shield in general. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to rate this match a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I might be underrating it because of the whole winner thing. But I felt that match was not mediocre, but I thought it was pretty good. Then we had the match that probably slowed everything down to a screeching halt, and that's the Divas Championship. Kaitlyn defended against Tamina Snuka. That's enough of that. First of all, whose idea was it to put Kaitlyn on and have a little interview right before the match started itself? Because when she popped up on the screen, I jumped back. I jumped back because I'm like, oh, oh, oh. She is not very appealing whatsoever when it comes to her face. I mean, she's got a great body, don't get me wrong, but her face it does not do it for me. The match is slow. Nothing really happened. Didn't tell a story at all. And Kaitlyn gets the very easy win. I hate when I hate when the Divas don't give at least their best effort. But I seriously don't take Kaitlyn seriously as a champion. I really don't. The only reason she won it was because Eve's leaving anyway, so whatever. I'm sure even if Eve was still here, I'm sure they probably would have even had Eve versus Kaitlyn again for the championship at this pay-per-view too. So, 1.5 out of 5 stars. I might be freaking overrating that, but whatever. That slowed the night down, and honestly, it lowered my hopes for the rest of the night. But thankfully enough, we had the last match of the night, the WWE Championship match. The Rock defending his championship against CM Punk. If The Rock was counted out or disqualified, CM Punk would actually, excuse me, he would win the championship. And I don't know about you guys, but I was making this scenario saying, hey, wait a minute, wait a minute. Couldn't Paul Heyman just go grab a chair or something, smash CM Punk in the back, Rock would get disqualified, and CM Punk wins the championship? Simple as that. You guys could easily go that way. Easily. I probably just would have got you a lot more buy rates if CM Punk was to win the championship anyway. But to everyone's surprise, The Rock ends up beating CM Punk for the championship in a very awkward confrontation at the end of the night, or at the end of the match. Back and forth, all that sort of jazz and everything. And then they start knocking out referees for no apparent reason. It's like, they did it the first time. I don't understand why they did it the first time. I mean, they did it the first time so Punk could hit his GTS or something and pin The Rock, and there's no one in the ring. And then the second time, I think it was to grab the championship and try and hit Rock with it. But Rock ends up dodging it. Punk turns around, gets hit with the Rock bottom. Covered 1, 2, 3. Match over and done with. The Rock is still the WWE champion, and they already hyped it up. It's already official because WWE already said it. Twice in a lifetime is happening. The Rock will defend against John Cena. And honestly, I'm not hating it for the exact reasons you guys are. I mean, I don't want to see it either. But I have an odd feeling that WWE is not even going to look at last year's WrestleMania. Because when they did it this year, when they were hyping it up last night, they're like, oh yeah, The Rock is defending his championship against John Cena. Didn't mention anything about what happened last year between the two. But it seems like it's their first time. Hopefully they have some continuity with this damn thing. Hopefully they maybe even use it twice in a lifetime. Hopefully they have some continuity behind this damn angle, because if they don't, I'm not buying this feud at all. And first of all, I wouldn't be buying it at all anyway, because these guys do have history together. I don't understand why WWE doesn't use that and try and get the fans involved in that. But we do have 7 weeks to get hyped up into the WrestleMania pay-per-view, WrestleMania 29. All in all, though, pay-per-view... Oh, by the way, for The Rock and CM Punk, I actually like this one a little bit more than the Royal Rumble one, and I'm not saying that because of the cheap finish, because, the cheap finish with Punk ends up getting the win to get the IWC all wild up, and then have Vince come out and start the match over, and Rock ends up winning anyway. So, but not even that. I felt that this match had a lot more wrestling background. I did hear one point CM Punk even screamed, "Do a chin lock" or something like that. I'm doing a chin lock, or I don't remember. But I thought it was a good match. I thought it was definitely a good match. I'm gonna rate it a 4 out of 5. I think it was up there with the Chamber match. I thought it was pretty good. Um, all in all, though, Elimination Chamber was actually a success this year. Last year I wasn't buying it. The year before I wasn't really buying it, but I could have took it lightly. Um, I think this is the best pay per view they've had it since Elimination Chamber's debut, I believe in 2010. Um, with that being said, I'm gonna rate it. I know a lot of you guys are rating it because the Shield won, and obviously Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, all them. Um, I'm actually gonna say that this pay per view, all in all, was a 7 out of 10, which is up from the Royal Rumble. So, a lot of predictable finishes, but I didn't expect the Shield winning. Didn't expect Swagger to win the Chamber. So, let me know what you guys have to say about all that stuff. And I do have a little bit of breaking news. I am writing for another website, Infinity1Productions.com. You guys can go check out the link down in the description box. Yes, I know I just gave them like a cheap plug or whatever. No big deal. I'm writing for them, so definitely check my articles out in the near future. Haven't made any yet, but I will be. So, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this very long review. I'll try and cut them down for next time. I might even make a Raw recap tonight, so we'll see. We'll see. So I am out. Perry the Entertainer signing out. Peace.